Hey guys, Ron Devine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always. So guys, today I want to talk with you about what type of impact are you making on this world? What are you doing to leave a legacy for this world? And we're going to go into a little bit about what I went through today, where it brought me back to, and hopefully you'll be able to get something out of this short video today. And we're going to get into that right after this. Alright guys, welcome back. So yeah, today was an unbelievable day. As you can see, I'm probably look a little drained, a little tired, because I am. I had the pleasure today of working with Samaritan's Feet with a bunch of my co-workers, and we just had an awesome time. And if Samaritan's Feet, if you haven't heard about them, and if they're in your town, I would definitely recommend doing this. So what we did is we went into a school today and we gave every single student in that school a pair of new sneakers or running shoes, whatever you want to call them, where depending on the part of the world you're in, and a pair of socks. But it wasn't just sitting there and handing this out to people. What we did is we sat there and we cleaned each kid's feet before we were able to put on their socks and their shoes. And guys, it was amazing to sit there and speak words of life, speak words of encouragement, just finding out a little bit about these kids. They're elementary school, so it's kindergarten through 5th grade. It was over 550 students. And we had the ability to just sit there and find out what their dreams, what their goals, what their aspirations were. And it really brought me back to a time when I was a young boy. I was 8 years old, the same age as many of these kids today. And it brought me back to this time when I went with my buddy Joe Alfeo up to Little Nipper Ballpark up there in Waltham, Massachusetts, to learn to play baseball, because he just joined a baseball team. And so I went up there, I'm like, yeah, I want to play. And so he said, you got to go up there and you got to talk to the guys. So I went up there and I'm like, hey, I want to play baseball. And he's like, okay, son, it's $5. And I'm like, it's $5? Where am I going to get $5? I come from a very poor house. And this gentleman that was in the office with him, he said, son, I'll give you the $5. And it made me realize how much of an impact this man has had on my life all these years. See, I'm always trying to figure out what I can do to help other people. And it wasn't until today when I saw the look on these kids' face and how much of an impact it had on these kids that it really made me go back to my childhood and understand how much of an impact that man had had on my life. So my question to you guys is, and this is for myself too, I need to do this more often. What are we doing to make an impact on this world? What are you doing today that is going to leave a legacy for many people to come? You see, when you give back, you're not just giving to one person. You give to generations of people. Generations of people will hear that story. I guarantee you, every single kid that we touch today, they will never forget this story about how these people came in and washed their feet. As stinky as some of them were, as beautiful as some of them were, it didn't matter. Somebody came in and cared enough about them to wash their feet, speak words of life and encouragement over them, and give them a brighter outlook on, wow, humanity does care. And if I can be affected at this age of my life, how much more can these kids do? Right? And when that impact happens, their worlds will forever change. So what type of an impact are you having on this world? What are you doing today to give back, to show this world that you are appreciated of everything that you have? Guys, I want you to do this for a second. I want you to think back to when you were a kid. Somebody did something to you at a young age. Someone spoke a word of encouragement. Someone speaked into your life. Someone gave you something that you couldn't afford or couldn't have. And I want you to remember that feeling. I want you to remember how good you felt. I want you to remember what it made you feel inside and how you were so excited that you had to share it with your friends. I want you to understand that feeling. And I want you to take that feeling and I want you to start displaying it. I want you to start giving back. Because this world so desperately needs somebody to give back to it. You know, have you ever been in a grocery line and someone let you pass? Have you ever been at a fast food restaurant at the takeout window and somebody paid it forward? You know, all these things make a difference. Guys, stop and think about this. When you were born, you came out of your mother's womb crying while the rest of the world rejoiced. Now, when you die, I want you to go out where everyone's crying while you are rejoicing. Stop and think about that. That means that you left a legacy. You left a part of you that humanity will never, ever forget. And guys, that's what life is all about. When you can make an impact in a child's life or in a grown-up's life, it doesn't matter the age. It just matters that you did it. You gave of yourself wholeheartedly, free-willing, and made an impact. And guys, your life, my life after today, will never be the same. And it's not because I did something special. I really didn't, you know. It's really just a matter of, man, I stopped thinking about me for those 7-8 hours where I was in there with those kids. I didn't even think about me during that time frame. All I could think about is, what am I going to say to this next kid? How am I going to make an impact on their life? And man, 7-8 hours, as long and as grueling as it was, believe me, what a blessing. And man, I could not have asked for a more productive, glorious day, guys. So let me encourage you today. Give back. Leave a legacy. This way here, when you die, the world cries while you go up to heaven and rejoice. All right? Anyways, guys, not your typical video, but at the same point in time, I thought it was imperative that you guys know and you guys understand and you guys make that decision to give back. Make that decision to change this world one person at a time. Because that's what I did today. I'm not only speaking into your life, I made an impact because I know those kids will never forget it. And you guys will do the same thing. All right? Ron Devine here, giving you the spirit of increase, because I know if I can change your perspective, I can change your life. And if I can change your life, then you'll do what I'm doing, and we can change this world one person at a time. As always, you guys make sure you create yourselves a fabulous day.